Hi everyone, it's Lisa Brown with Ink and Inspirations, and in this card with Stampin' Up! Thoughtful Wishes, we're going to do an easy coloring technique. So we're starting with a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of Cajun Craze cardstock, and we're going to put on the front a piece of that beautiful Thoughtful Journey designer paper that will cover the entire front there at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I have two die cut pieces from the bundle, and I'm going to use some inks and a stamp dauber to just put some ink onto the branch there, and I'm just sponging it on, and it varies in color, which is nice. You get a varying shade of each depending on how much ink you're applying. And then on this second branch, which has some blooms as well, I'm using wild wheat, and I'm going to stamp and leave the blooms to use another color on. And if you overlap and get some of the green on the blossoms, it's totally fine. You're going to get a beautiful look. Just stamp over it, or I should say use the dauber over it to get the color for your blossoms, and it's going to look beautiful. So here I'm just finishing this off, applying some ink to the little blooms, and then I'm going to attach both of those to the card front with a little bit of liquid glue and overlap them just a bit at the bottom. And there we have a nice card front. So for a sentiment, I have a 2-inch circle. You can either stamp or die cut a 2-inch circle, and I'm stamping "You Make Life Better" in Cajun Craze. And there's also a little splatter ink stamp that I'm inking with Cajun Craze and stamping off on scrap paper to make the color a little lighter. Let's adhere that to the front of the card in the lower left, covering the bottom of those stems. We'll add a loopy bow there with linen thread and 3 pearls that match the colors in that designer paper. To finish off the inside, I took a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of basic white, and I used that strip I cut off that 6 by 6 piece of designer paper to embellish the inside of the card. So I hope you'll try that sponging technique to ink up your dies and add some color. It's fun and it's easy, and let me know how it goes for you. Be sure and visit my website at inkandinspirations.com for more ideas. While you're there, be sure you sign up for my mailing list so we can keep in touch. This is Lisa Brown with Ink and Inspirations, inspiring you to create, share, and make a difference. Take care. Bye-bye.